Hello, Bubsy. Let's talk about how to feel like it's already done. So first things first. To put it simply, you just want to do whatever gives you the most confidence in that fact that it is already done. This is why, for a lot of people, taking action in the 3D is what's best for them, because it gives them an immediate response, which can facilitate a feeling of confidence. I would, in my personal opinion, say that people that are perhaps more cynical in nature, or perhaps even a little bit more anxious, might benefit from this route, because taking action in the 3D and then the immediate response can provide a sense of security and comfort. However, people that are more comfortable with blind faith and leading with their intuition might be the type to perhaps be better at sitting back and relaxing and letting it come to them. But what I need to stress is that either way, there is no perfect way. There is no right way, because it's your life. You just have to do whatever makes you feel most confident and most in alignment with your desire. For example, you might feel that the best way to achieve something is by embracing conflict. This could look like putting yourself through hardship in order to obtain what it is that you desire. Alternatively, it could also be genuine conflict, such as having a difficult conversation or experiencing a disagreement, getting it off your chest in order to get the outcome that you desire. Whilst for other people, it could be to take a step back and take a less stressful and perhaps a more softer approach. This is why you will see some people thriving with the Pilates and intuitive eating lifestyle, whilst you see others benefiting from the bulking and cutting and weightlifting process. You must remember that this is your story, so the way that your story and your manifestation journey plays out will be as unique as you. I think that this is a reason for frustration for a lot of people, because there are so many rules and techniques out there for manifestation. When it comes to the techniques, I mean, have fun, do what works for you. Rules, you don't need to play by them. It truly is whatever works best for you and your life. So take what works, take what you enjoy, and leave the rest. If you're the type of person that needs to listen to, say, Gary Vee or Tony Robbins or Andrew Huberman, is that how you say Huberman? Huberman? Or what's it, David Goggins, in order to feel empowered, then by all means, go and do that. However, if you're somebody that can feel that sense of empowerment solely through listening to Sammy Ingram or Rita Kaminsky say it is already done, then great, follow that approach. And if you're somewhere in the middle, or if both of these approaches work for you just at different times or regarding different things in your life, then fantastic, so be it. Work with that. It doesn't need to be just one technique or one rule for everything in your life, unless, of course, that's what you prefer or what works best for you. In that sense, I think this is what gives people the wrong idea of manifestation. It truly is whatever makes you feel most confident in that fact. And when you think about the subject matter of what it is that you're trying to manifest, whatever makes you feel most inspired, that's what you need to follow. That is it. That is truly it. So speaking on my personal experience, what I've observed, for example, for getting my dream body, is that when I think of the version of me with her dream body, she's very disciplined in her character. She's very respectable. You can really trust her character because her words and actions align. And so for me, regarding achieving my dream body, I have this association that the version of me that has her dream body is somebody who is disciplined. That is the meaning that I have assigned to having that particular body type. That is the package I have picked, so to speak. And so that is how I will see the most success regarding that subject in my life. Another example I can give you is when it comes to my YouTube success. I had to listen to a lot of affirmations in order to feel any ounce of confidence regarding it, in order to feel inspired, in order to feel like I was that girl, that I could have the number of subscribers I wanted and the success that I visualized for myself. But it wasn't until I started to perfect and curate my content in a way where if somebody in my personal life was to find it, I wouldn't be super embarrassed, that I genuinely started to feel truly inspired and my channel started to grow. It wasn't until I took action to make myself feel the most confident and inspired in doing this that I started to see the results I wanted. And that was the level of confidence that I had to curate in order to feel that I was worthy of my desire. So effectively, you want to do whatever it takes to make you feel worthy of your desire. And that's the thing. Our limits, more often than not, come from within ourselves. You could be an objective 2, but you could still pull an objective 10. It is truly how you feel about yourself. We aren't so much governed by external laws as much as we are our internal laws. It is about what you promote within yourself, the ethics and morals that you have within you. That is what conducts what occurs outside. That's why mean people, funnily enough, can also get what they want. I saw Tam Kaur briefly talk about this on her Instagram, how she had this perception that something about how it was really absurd how mean people could still get what they wanted, and she made a point now she's grown and she realizes that it doesn't matter if you're mean or kind. Obviously you can move through the world being a kind person, but it's not so much about that. It's just your belief in your ability to get what you want. She phrased it a lot better than I did, of course, but what I'm trying to stress here, it's not so much about what other people say. It's not so much about the rules out here in the 3D and the limitations out here. No, it's more so within you. There comes a point where it's not so much about what's going on outside, and it's more about what's going on in here. So, if your morals or ethics say to you that I can only experience X once I have done Y, here are 3 things that you can try. Number 1, get rid of that limiting belief by saying that's not true. I can get anything, anytime I want. Number 2, you affirm, despite any limiting beliefs that I might have about myself, I can still achieve X, Y, and Z. No matter what I feel about myself on any given day, I can still experience and manifest blah blah blah, ABC, whatever you want to say. Or option 3, which is something that I personally do, I don't find that, did I say option C or 3? Whatever. I don't find that the first 2 options work very well for me, because for me it feels like being in denial. That's just my personal experience. So what I do instead is I go in with the intent to flip it on its head. I like to get rid of that limiting belief by taking actions that directly contradict what that affirmation or limiting belief says about me, so that I can at least get to a place of feeling neutral, if not worthy of the subject matter. So to sort of illustrate my point, I like to use a scale to, I guess, depict to you what I mean by this, where -1 might be I am unworthy, and 1 is I am worthy. 0 would be I am not unworthy of my desire. So where I'm in a state of saying I am unworthy, I am unworthy, I am unworthy, I like to take actions that contradict that belief or that affirmation about myself that can at least get me to a 0, if not a 1, aka I am not unworthy, if not I am worthy. Does that make sense? So at least I'm neutral about the subject matter. So to summarize, do whatever makes you feel most confident in your ability to experience whatever it is that you wish to manifest. That is it. I just wanted to come in and say that this video was actually inspired by me being on YouTube. I thought to myself the other day, why don't I listen to some affirmations about YouTube success or popularity or whatever to get that YouTube success? But then I thought to myself, I was like, I don't actually need to. And that was really interesting to me, because it's the same reaction that I've been having to SP videos. I don't need to, because I genuinely don't. The reason for this is because what I do now on a day-to-day basis provides me with enough confidence in the fact that I will get what I want, or that I am set to experience my manifestation at any given moment, or that I am experiencing it right now. I don't need to listen to somebody else's affirmations in order to feel that confidence, because I have enough positive noise in my head. Of course, if I'm having a little bit of a down day, or I just want a little bit of a top-up or refresher, then I will by all means go and listen to another affirmation video. It's a little bit of fun. It's just a reminder of what's real and everything that I can experience and I'm currently experiencing. But I'm not reliant on it on a day-to-day basis anymore. I don't need that to prove to me that I'm worthy of my desires, because everything that I do on a daily basis, who I am, how I am, the actions that I take, and the feelings that those actions give me, that is sufficient evidence, that is sufficient affirmation of the fact that I am going to get everything I want. and then some. So yeah, that's it, guys. Truly just follow what feels good. Follow what makes you feel inspired, what makes you feel glowy. And I'll be honest, sometimes it can feel, I guess on a human level, like you're suffering a little bit, like, oh god, ew, gritty, I'm outside of my comfort zone, or this is really difficult, my brain feels fried. But deep down, there's a sort of overarching sense of joy. Even that is okay. Follow that. Follow your fire. Like I said, your manifestation journey is going to be unique to you. That's why you have so many successful people in the world and so many people that are in the same job role, but their success story has looked so different, because what is going to align to you in one moment is going to align to somebody else 10 years from now, or the other way around. Don't try and measure your success by somebody else's. And I also say this, whether you follow the more practical, pursuing 3D change route, or you go with the more, I'm going to sit back and just let this come to me and affirm sort of approach, whatever approach you take, the most important thing is your intention and your focus. If you start focusing on other people, so what I say is, say you're running a race, right? It's not about beating other people, but just for the sake of the metaphor, just bear with me on this one. If you're running a race and you start looking at the pace of the person next to you, turning your head, what do you think is going to happen? At some point, you're going to trip up, or you're not going to see something and you're going to fall over. And what I'm trying to say is, in the pursuit of your own success, joy, fulfillment, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, don't start looking at somebody else's version of it. It's not relevant or necessary for your journey. Each of us has a little bit of magic within us, and it's going to sound so cheesy, but it's true. There are certain things you can do that I can't, certain things I can do that you can't, and we have our own magical twists on these things. So don't underestimate yourself. Just because our ways are different, it doesn't mean that they're less powerful. With that, I'm going to love you and leave you. Happy manifesting, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.